Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'll be talking about the latest release from the one and only, the Metal Masters, Judas Priest. This is called Invincible Shield. This is their 19th studio album, and it is their follow up to The Great Firepower, which was released in 2018. I really like that album, but I want to put this out there right now. I'm not a diehard Judas Priest fan. I jump on and off, and I'm not consistent with them. So forgive me if I don't know as much as a diehard fan. All I do know is I think it's amazing that they're 50 years in the business. They are inexplicably still doing what they're doing at a level I can't comprehend. I listened to this album yesterday, and like I said, remember I'm not a diehard, and music is subjective. So, but it has what I think all albums from Judas Priest should have: bombastic riffs, fast rhythms, tons of energy, catchy songwriting, fantasy-like themes. But this one has a nostalgic vibe to it as well. I'll give it that. I'll add that on to there. Um, Comprised of 11 tracks. There is a deluxe version. I believe it's a Target exclusive that has the 3 bonus tracks. I'll get to those a little later on. um, Will this album convert the non-converted? No, I doubt it. If you're not a diehard Judas Priest fan after 50 years, I don't think you're going to be one now. Is it a great album? Hell yeah. These guys, like Rob Halford is 72 years old and can sing like this, like he's in his 20s. It blows my mind. The playing on here is phenomenal. The production is clear and crisp. It's a sonic attack on your ears for sure. If you love metal, if you love Priest, I think if you're an old school Priest fan, there's something to love on here for sure. Um, I think it has a bit of Screaming for Vengeance, the theatricals of Nostradamus, and the intensity of Painkiller, with a tinge of Turbo. And I know some fans will hate me. I think Turbo is one of their best albums of their career. I love that album to death, and it's one of my go-tos. I'll, Enough said on that. I know there's some fans that are gonna be in uproar with that one, but I'll go with this. Let's go by some of the tracks that I like a lot. The album opener, Panic Attack, great, relentless song. The opening, for a second, reminded me of Turbo, and that's where it got my attention. I think I went, "Ooh, Turbo," and then it goes into thrashing metal. So there goes that idea. Another one, The Serpent and the King is another favorite. It's another relentless. Halford's vocals on here, oh my God, has to be heard once to be believed. I cannot stress how great he sounds on this album. Everybody plays phenomenal, but his voice is something, it's out of this world. I'll give him that. It's out of this world. He is one of the masters and one of the greats. He is a lead singer for sure. Lead singer. Title track has a great classical infused build up and a great chorus that you want to sing along with it. Gates of Hell is a darker kind of song, it, and it gradually builds to this great crescendo. I really like that one. Crown of Thorns is probably their most commercial sounding. A lot of fans may not like that one. This is the most, I think, easily digestible for non hard rock fans. If you want to get somebody into Judas Priest, let them hear Crown of Horns on this. Trial by Fire is another mid-tempo with a haunting vocalization by Halford. It's a very, but the bass is good on this. I love the bass sound and the chugging bass sound. It's a mid-tempo stomp, but it is phenomenal. Um, the other song I like a lot, Giants in the Sky, is a great song about the great singers of metal who are no longer with us, kind of like Ronnie James Dio. I think it's an homage to them and Lemmy. You know, it's a great. It's thematical. It's theatrical. Um, beautiful closing for the original album. Then you have Fight for Your Life, Vicious Circle, and The Lodger. I'm gonna say, which one did I say? Vicious Circle is probably the one that fits more in tune with this album. Fight for Your Life is a great rocker, but it wouldn't have fit in this album. The one that I really like, but it is so different. Sounds like an 80s horror film soundtrack, is The Lodger. And I think that should be put somewhere. Maybe if they release a greatest hits package, put that on there and put it as a new track. I think that is a great song. Different than what you expect from Judas Priest. Kind of in the vein of Turbo, but haunting. Haunting. Imagine the theatrics of Nostradamus with a haunting 80s sounding horror film soundtrack. And that's The Lodger. Something, you could see in a Dexter episode. All in all, like I said, it won't convert the non-converted. But if you are a fan, I think there's everything in here that you will love. It's not just, it's timeless. It sounds effortlessly like Judas Priest, old school Judas Priest from 70s and 80s, but yet it's rooted in today. And the songs that I like, I think, are phenomenal and deserve to be put on a playlist for sure. If you're a diehard fan, I think you're gonna like this. If you're not a diehard fan, I don't know. I'm not a diehard fan, but I still like this album. I still think it's a phenomenal album. Like I used to say, I say in my reviews, a good album is a good album is a good album. This is a good album. These guys have nothing left to prove after 50 years, and they're just proving that they're defeating the odds. They shouldn't have an album this damn good at this stage of the career. Not many bands can pull this off. They did, and hats off to you. You deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but you didn't need to go in there, I think, for Priest fans to think that you are the masters or on the route Mount Rushmore of heavy metal. You didn't need to get in there to prove anything to them. I think 50 years and you're still going strong and releasing something this vibrant is a testament to your vigor and your talent. So I'm going to recommend this album for Judas Priest fans for sure. If you're a completist, you definitely need this in your collection for sure. If you're starting out, I don't know if this is the album you should start off with, but I don't think you can go wrong starting off with this one. But I'm sure Screaming for Vengeance would be probably first choice, maybe Turbo. But okay, that's me. I think this is a great album. You let me know what you think. What are your favorite tracks? Am I off totally? And maybe this album sucks. Let me know what you think. I think this is a good album, regardless that I'm not a diehard Judas Priest fan. But you let me know. We'd love to hear from you. Hit that like button, subscribe. This is Steven with my initial thoughts of Invincible Shield by the one and only Judas Priest.